as one of the popular sub-romance genres, where a bad guy who treated everyone around him badly suddenly falls in love with a girl. I've been watching anime for a long time, and I generally love the male domination. And I guess you all will too, as it has some sort of special appeal. So without any further delay, let's jump straight to the list. But before we start, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe for more, if you haven't already. We kickstart our list with Yamada-kun and the 7 Witches. High school rom-com are always on my go-to pick, especially when it involves supernatural elements. School bad boy Yamada enter in his high school years, known as a school delinquent for slacking off and violent behavior. One day he trips and falls downstairs for knocking his classmate Shirashi. However, the downfall was a lucky one. Our MC gets his first kiss and also a body swap. One important thing our MC does after a body swap is to fully inspect his newfound body properly. Later it turns out there is some cursed thing in the school, and there are more girls involved in this event. All in all, now Yamada helps all the other girls. The storyline is well written, with good plot twists and plenty of comedic elements. Moving on, we have Say I Love You. Everything changes after the moment when someone says I love you. Similarly to my outlook by all socialization, her life changed completely when she met Yamato. Their initial meeting was a bit of a misunderstanding. Kicked by Mai, instead of getting angry, Yamato found her to be interesting, so he decided to get to know her better. Both of them are living completely different lives. Our MC asked her to be his friend. Yamato was a popular schoolboy. All the girls are ready to do anything for him, whereas Mai is always looked down by others. With a misunderstanding, they began their new relationship. During one course of a dangerous event, Yamato saved Mai and kissed her. From then onwards, Mai started to have feelings for Yamato. If you are bored of watching normal high school romance and looking for something mature, then I would suggest you should give this one a try. At number 8 we have Kobato. A young woman named Kobato appeared in a city to help people with her stuffed dog, with a mission to fulfill the desire of people in their distress times. Whenever she helps someone, it helps her to fill his special bottle that by the end grants any of her wishes. Simple yet complicated magical stuff. However, all this has a time limit. Kobato has only 4 seasons to complete her job. Meanwhile, she meets a tall college student named Fujimoto and takes a job working at a kindergarten. Most parts of the series are filled with sweet and heartwarming moments. The animation was done by Mappa, who right now is flexing a lot. Also by the art style, you might remember something. Yes, clanned with a more mature character.
What does perfect even mean?
On number 7 we were there. The plot of this one is very simple. Nanami is a cheerful high school girl with a motto to live life to fullest. The only goal she has is to make lots of friends. Soon she came across our protagonist, Moto Haru. By the first appearance, she did not like him. All girls at school are obsessed with him. That made Nanami start to dislike him. Later she started to realize our MC isn't that bad. In the past, MC's girlfriend died in a car accident. That made him feel like left alone. Obviously the series has deep past events, and a lot of things happen in the character's head, which leads to slow pacing. That eventually leads many to drop the show in between. Whatever the case is, the anime received 8+ rating in MAL and also adapted by other mediums.
And if I say it enough, it gets ingrained in my head.
We move ahead with Tokyo Revengers. As a young man, Takemichi is a normal convenience store keeper who is too quick to apologize and try to avoid all the conflict. So far he lives his life so pathetically. One day heard the news his ex-girlfriend died in a gang conflict. Hating his life so much, strangely found to have an ability to go back in time to undo all the wrong choices he made in his teenage years. One thing I like to address here is do not compare this anime with other time travel ones like Erased or Steins Gate. This anime has so many relatable things. Our MC Takemichi, a crybaby hero, shows us things we all have done one way or the other, while watching other shonen protagonists growing strong. For that, our MC is by no means a fighter, but one thing he had was a tough body. If you are into gang fights, then do not sleep on this one.
Yeah, I've discussed it with myself and
Next on list is Horimiya. At number 5. By the time you have probably heard of this one. One of the most popular high school rom-com of 2021. Where the class most popular girl meets the class nerd. Nothing new, right? Well, there are few things I would like to say. Charming, amusing, and the attitude of Hori is what make Horimiya so special. Hori has been a perfect combination of beauty and brain. Everyone at school likes to be her friend. On the other side, Miyamura is always sitting in the corner. No one knows anything about him. Due to some occurrences, Hori and Miyamura meet outside the school, show each other the side they hide at school. As time passed, both liked each other's company. Unlike the other school romance, all the characters are well written, and the side characters also receive some attention they deserve. They are drawn perfectly, especially the chibi design shown in between. I love it so much.
Whoa, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa.
At 4th place we have Sing Yesterday. For me, a beautiful yet slow burner slice of life. Anime revolves around a couple of people who feel stuck in their life. Rikuo works as a part-timer in a convenience store. No big plans for the future. One thing he is particularly interested in is photography. But due to lack of confidence, he ignored his inner voice completely. He also had a crush on his classmate Shinako. Due to his past events, Shinako doesn't want to be involved in a love relationship anymore. To make things spice up in this love triangle, we have Haru, a teenage girl and a school dropout. She had a crush on Rikuo. The reason is pretty weird. Just because our MC helped her once, Haru now wants to go out with him. I mean, come on, where do we find this type of girl? I have read the source material, and it has a good ending. However, season 1 was unable to create any hype, so not sure we'll get a sequel anytime soon. Continuing on 3rd place, Akun to Kanojo. For several years Atsuhiro has been dating Non. Both have known each other since childhood. RMC is madly in love with her, and whoever tries to hurt her needs to deal with MC first. With all that lovely-dovely relation, there is still one small problem. Despite RMC's endless love, he can't show his true feelings to his girlfriend. Each time they meet, RMC ended up insulting her. Fortunately, Non knew RMC nature, that deep down Atsuhiro does care. Throughout the series, it's fun to watch the awkward moments between them. No matter what awful things RMC said to Non, she doesn't take it seriously and always blush it off. The anime consists of 25 short-length episodes, which will easily make place into your watch schedule. On 2nd place we have Hige Hirou. Nowadays each anime season tries to bring something new to the table, yet it leads to another controversy. Yoshida is a regular salaryman, having a one-sided crush on his senior Goto. And Goto doesn't have anything on Yoshida, or at least in the first half, after being rejected by her. MC drowning his sorrow at the bar on his way home. RMC meets an unfamiliar schoolgirl named Sayu. Ask for the one-night stay at MC place in exchange for flavorful service. Hige Hirou is not an usual rom-com. In fact, it addresses one of the biggest issues Japan is dealing with. However, one thing I agree with Yoshida is that men prefer mature women compared to underaged one. Alright, let's move on. Wrapping up at last, we have Koikimo. Complicated love relations are always fun to watch, as long as it follows the FBI guidelines. For this season rom-com Koikimo, it follows the story of playboy businessman Hirou meets high school girl Ichika. An otaku girl is an important quality you need to look for. On the first meeting, Arima prevented Ryuo's isekai trip. Later, when Hirou meets Ichika again at his home, who happens to be his little sister's friend. Remember this genre. Koikimo is basically yet another rom-com, anime that is based on handsome male lead who falls in love with a tsundere girl. In this case, an underage. It might be another controversial anime like Hige Hirou. However, the story goes smoothly and also ends on a good note. With that, we are done for today. Now it's time for you to tell me more about your favorite entries in the comments below. By the way, if you want some more romance list, we have more in the store. You can click the video popping at the screen right now. Also, for more suggestions, do drop us a like and subscribe for more. Till next time, peace.